Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure is a controversial pick for most coaster enthusiasts. Some enthusiasts absolutely love this ride, praising it to be one of the best B&M Hypers, while others think it is simply forceless and has zero airtime. Now, what do I think of Nitro? Do I think it is a great ride combining good airtime and good force? Or do I think that the ride is simply forceless and doesn't have what I'm looking for in a coaster? Find out in today's review. Opening on April 7th of 2001, Nitro was the third ever B&M Hyper, and was the first B&M Hyper to not include a pre-drop. This is currently the tallest coaster I have ever ridden, and I didn't get to ride King Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure, mostly because it was closed throughout the day, and to my understanding, it is currently closed for the season. Now to start off this review, let's go a little bit in depth into the ride's presentation. In my opinion, I think Nitro's presentation is just okay. The best part of the presentation of this ride is how it just towers over everything in the area that it's in. The ride has virtually no theming, though I guess that's okay because this ride doesn't really have a theme. The main knock of the presentation that I have with this ride is the paint scheme. I just do not like the purple, yellow, and blue paint scheme, as I just do not think it flows very well on the park skyline. The station itself is also again just kind of one metal box, but then again I will give Six Flags a pass on this, because one, it doesn't have a theme, and then again it is Six Flags. But overall, the presentation of this ride is pretty meh.
I mean, it's alright, like...
Now, let's go a little bit more in depth on the ride experience itself. To start off the ride, you take a small dip out of the station before ascending the 230-foot tall lift hill. On this lift hill, you get some very good views of Six Flags Great Adventure and the forest itself. Once you reach the top of the lift hill, you ascend the 215-foot tall drop. Due to the long trains, if you're in the back row, you get some really good sustained airtime going down the drop. The pullout from this drop is decently tight and gives some good sustained positive Gs. Then you fly up into your first of many airtime hills. This airtime hill is like no other as you rise up and then immediately twist back to your left. If you're in the front row, you get a good pop of floater airtime, though if you're in the back, not so much. Then you twist back down to your left and ascend another airtime hill. This airtime hill gives some good sustained floater airtime in all rows. Then you hit a trim, which unfortunately will hit before ascending your turnaround. This turnaround is fairly tight and will give some good positive Gs. Then you fly up into another airtime hill. This airtime hill, while not as good as the first, still does give some good sustained floater airtime. This turnaround didn't really do much for me as it didn't give really any airtime or laterals. In my opinion, this is the worst element on the ride. Then you fly into easily the most intense element on the ride, which is this giant upwards helix. This helix will give some amazing sustained positive G-forces in any row and will definitely crush you to your seat. Though it didn't make me gray out, it was still a really fun element. Then you pass through a mid-course, which unfortunately will slow you down quite a bit before going into the finale of back-to-back-to-back bunny hills. All of these hills give some good sustained floater airtime, especially in the back row on that last bunny hill, as you really do get flung out of your seat. Then you dip down and then go into the final brake run, ending your ride on Nitro. In my opinion, Nitro is a very fun ride and is a great ride too. Combining what I love in a coaster, positive G-forces, and airtime into one experience is always a great ride for me. So then, why do people tend to hate on Nitro so much? Well, a big reason for the hating on Nitro has to be its pacing. Nitro in the cold has atrocious pacing as it will crawl through all of its elements. Luckily, I was able to ride it when it was running decently fast, so I had some very good ride experiences. Nitro is a very long ride at 5,394 feet of track. This ride lasts almost around 2 minutes and 20 seconds. In my opinion, there are very little wasted moments on Nitro, and that is mostly the reason why I think this is such a good ride. So where is Nitro in my overall rankings? Well, out of 72 roller coasters, Nitro places number 5, which is a decently good placement. It beats out Boulder Dash by a very slim margin, and Superman the Ride, in my opinion, is the much better ride. So you take a pretty big jump from Nitro to my top 4. But overall, what would I rate Nitro? I'm gonna give Nitro an 8 out of 10. Overall, Nitro is a very good ride, and I strongly recommend you to ride it a few times on your next visit to Six Flags Great Adventure. Though I can't guarantee an amazing ride experience, I can guarantee a very fun one. Now, it looks like that is going to do it for my review of Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure. What did you think of this review? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, what do you think of Nitro? Again, let me know down below. If you enjoyed these reviews and the content in general, I would highly recommend you subscribe, as there's going to be a lot more coaster content coming your way here at Coasters in Perspective. Now, without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.